A new rank season has started, so as always I want to provide some builds for all of you to climb back up to master or to even master 1600 points. First, not a surprise, we have Armor Rouge. So Armor Rouge right now with Fire Spin is still good. It played in top, central or bot path, can go pretty much anywhere with this build Spoon special specs. And we have either Eos Cookie, but you can also go for something else. The Eos Cookie is a bit worse now because of the sheet mechanic. The HP doesn't really matter all too much anymore. You can also go for like a focus band instead, or pretty much any like a shell bell, or even a choice specs for more burst damage, vice glasses, or just whatever you want. Muscle band even is also fine to go for. We run either full heal or potion now. If you go for cookie, you definitely go for potion. If you play something else, you might want to go for full heal, but both are fine. If you're in draft right now, which you probably are not because, you know, the season just started, you can just go full heal or potion. It doesn't matter. Fire Spin now works with Psyshock or Flame Charge. It just depends on maybe the enemy team comp, which you want to go for. Psyshock gives you more AoE fight or AoE damage in team fights, while Flame Charge gives you a more direct stun, but it has gotten nerfed so much that I actually like Psyshock with Fire Spin a bit more now. You can also still play Armor Cannon, but we just changed around the bit again. We go double glasses Spoon with eject button. For Fire Spin, we still play 6 white and 6 green. And then for this one right here, we play 7 black and 6 green emblems. Next up, not a shocker, we have Inteleon with Fasting and Snipe Shot. Can go top, central or bot path, pretty much anywhere. Double glasses, Spoon, eject button, 7 black, 6 green items. Just has such strong early game still. And really the Snipe Shot does so much damage that will always just be a great Pokemon for you to pick up. Another not surprised Pokemon, Electro Drift Miraidon is still currently an S tier Pokemon, one of the best attacker in the entire game, but this build plays more like a Speedster. We have a Spoon, Energy Amp and Shell Bell with Shedinjador. Shedinjador is the new thing that makes really this build better. That also kind of made my tank build, you guys remember the Potion, Eos Cookie build, much worse. Because I kind of tried to do the same, but Shedinjador just allows you to live through your final Electro Drift much easier. That the tank build is kind of bad now, but you can also play double glasses, no problem. Depending on what to go for, you can also just do vice glasses, shell bell, choice specs, or this, whatever. You can all change these items around, do whatever you want, and go 7 black and 6 green emblems. Next up, one of the current most annoying attacker in the entire game with Pikachu. We have pretty much, I would say, almost 4 viable builds. You can play Electro Ball with Volt Tackle, you can play Volt Tackle with Thunder, you can play Thunderbolt, Electro Ball, and Thunderbolt Thunder. But of course, Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Electro Ball, Volt Tackle are by far the best builds. The other ones are more like flex things, depending on what the enemies have. You can adjust a bit. The items pretty much always stay the same. We run Spoon, Choice, and Energy Amplifier with eject button and 7 black and 6 green emblems. And for the last attacker for now, Ninetales. You pretty much see Ninetales in every single game right now. Blizzard Avalanche is definitely something you can play. It's still a bit weaker than I think the other attacker I just mentioned, but definitely something you can also consider playing. Double glasses Spoon, you can also always replace vice glasses with the side of Curse Incense in case the enemies have a healing Pokemon you can see. If you don't see what the enemies have, just go Vice Glasses or Energy Amplifier actually. Actually, Energy Amplifier I would recommend over Vice Glasses for sure. Go Energy Amplifier. Down Vice Glass, not sure why I wasn't considering it. And then for Battle Item, always eject button. You can also play, and of course, 7 black, 6 green emblems. You can also play Gleam and Veil, which I think is quite good again now, with Muscle, Rapid, Spoon, still eject button, and 7 red, 4 white emblems. Now we head into the all-rounder. Blaziken is still a excellent choice for top, mid, or central area and bot path. Attack rate, muscle band, and the last item can be flex. It can either be a cookie, it can be a focus band, it can be a razor claw, whatever you want. Just make sure you always go eject button with a 6 brown and 6 white emblems. You can also play non-stacking build in case you go central area. If you don't want to ever think about stacking ever, just play this in central area and you're also going to be totally fine. Then Cerulege, currently its best build is Bitter Blade and Phantom Force. I personally go Muscle Band, Razor Claw, and Attack Weight with eject button because it allows us to reposition our Unite move. For the last battle item, you can also go Weakness Policy if you don't like stacking, or even Energy Amplifier. All of those are totally fine items. You can also do Energy Amplifier and X Attack for the big Unite move one-shot damage, but I would say this is a bit more consistent. If you just want to go for no stacking, just make sure you're always strong. This is also a great build with 6 brown and 6 white emblems. Garchomp might surprise you. I think Garchomp is actually quite good. It's one of the most underrated Pokemon since so long. It can go top, it can go central, it can go bot path. Dragon build is the way to go with Muscle Band, Rapid Fire Scarf, Scope Lens, eject button. I personally go 6 brown, 6 white with 4.7% crit rate, but you can also just go the normal 6 brown, 6 white minus special attack emblem page. Probably the most annoying all-rounder currently in the meta is Mimikyu, mainly played in Central Area. That's where I can recommend it the most with Play Rough and Shadow Claw. I personally play Muscle Band, or actually, I think I play Razor Claw, Charging Charm, and Attack Weight, but you can also play Muscle Band. You know, all of these are kind of switched around. I think I always go Attack Weight, but you can also skip Attack Weight and go this bit right here. You can always try to also provide a build without stacking, because stacking is not always required necessarily. So this is a great build. You can replace this with Attack Weight. This is also a great build. Otherwise, Muscle Band can also be sometimes replaced if you really want to. All of these items work. Just find a combination between those. 6 brown, 6 white. And of course, eject button. But really, I would only recommend in Central Area. You can pick it in top and bot path, but try to only play it when you have someone with XP share in the same path. Another S tier top Central and bot path Pokemon can go anywhere. Still, of course, the EX Pokemon Zacian, Sacred Sword Agility with Muscle Band and Razor Claw. You can also switch these around. You can go Muscle Band Rapid Fire Scarf. You can go Muscle Band Attack Weight. All of those are totally fine things you can do. I personally like Muscle Band Razor Claw the most. I think it's the most consistent. And for battle item, we either have Eject Button or Full Heal. Eject Button just allows us to maybe make you play with our Unite move a bit easier, or just, get a Eject Button Sacred Sword onto our opponents. And of course, 6 brown, 6 white emblems. And for the last all-rounder for now, Gyarados is a bit of a question mark. I'm actually not sure how good it is right now. I sadly didn't get to test it on the patch, so take this one with a grain of salt. It could also just be absolutely terrible, which I doubted, but Bounce, Dragon Breath with Muscle, Attack Weight, and Energy Amp and Eject Button, of course, is still an amazing build. There's a lot of other all-rounders that you can play. Definitely all-rounders are one of the strongest, routes in the game currently. You can also play Metagross and a lot of other Pokemon, right? But I don't want to mention too many. Machamp as well. I think Machamp with close combat actually isn't all too bad right now. I had a lot of success with it. Definitely something you can consider. Urshifu seems pretty bad now, not gonna lie. Scizor's pretty mid though, so... And I guess I forgot Dragonite. Dragonite definitely is something you can also play right here. Hyper Beam if you want to secure objectives. Also, Outrage is still great, right? Even though it got nerfed, it's still totally fine. I don't even know why it was nerfed to begin with. You just play this build, and depending on what the enemies have, you just switch Hyper Beam and Outrage around. And looking at around us, Azumarill can always work. Aegis Slash is just absolutely terrible. Buzzwole is alright. So yeah, I just want to provide some of the around us. Charizard, of course, as well, but only in Central Area. I would not play it anywhere else right now after the nerfs to it. You can play this build right here. Scope Lens and Weakness Policy with, with Full Heal. So yeah. All-round is in a great position. You can definitely find one that fits your playstyle. Now we're heading into the Speedster category, and by far the best Speedster is Leafeon, but only with Razor Leaf and Aerial Ace. If you go anything else like Solar Blade or Leaf Blade, it turns from an S tier Pokemon to probably like a B tier Pokemon. So make sure you only play this build. Attack Weight, Razor Claw, and Energy Amplifier with X Attack, 6 brown, 6 white, and it can go top, central, or bot path. A very strong Speedster, but of course difficult to play, is Dodrio. Jump Kick and Tri Attack is by far its best build, with Charging Charm, Razor Claw, and Attack Weight, and a Full Heal. And of course 6 brown, 6 white. It can also go again top, central, or bot path, but it takes skill to play. If you can't play it well, it definitely is not this strong of a Pokemon. Personally, I think Gengar's pretty good right now. It has 2 viable builds. If the enemies are tanky, you can go for Hex and Sludge Bomb with a Spoon, Shell Bell, either Choice Specs, Energy Amplifier, Vice Glasses, or even the Curse item. All of those are interchangeable. I would just keep these 2. And then battle item Full Heal or Eject Button. All of the enemies are very squishy and are very easy to get resets on. You just change out Shell Bell for this, and then battle item for Eject Button, and you are good to go. For this one, I'm using a 6 green 31.5 special attack page, and for the Hex one, I use 7 black and 6 green emblems. And for the last Speedster on this list, my most played Speedster still, Pursuit Sucker Punch, I think is a great way to carry games in a solo queue with Razor Claw, Scope Lens, Charm, and Full Heal. 6 brown, 6 white, and of course crit emblems. I have 4.7%. If you don't like Sucker Punch, you can also play this build right here. This one is also super, super strong. Very good at ripping objectives and just one-shotting people in team fights. You go Psycho Cut, Energy Amplifier, and X Attack. Otherwise, of course, you can also play Talonflame. Talonflame has multiple good builds. You can play Muscaradas, alright, but I feel like it can be quite hard to carry games unless you're very knowing what you can do. Zrock is totally fine. Zara is fine. Honestly, you can play every Speedster right now and perform, but those were my favorite ones right now to carry solo queue games. Next up, we have Defender, Trevenant with 2 builds. First, we have Woodhammer, Hornleech with XP Share, Focus Band, Resonant Guard, and eject button, 6 brown, 6 white emblems. Very strong as a main tank defender that just provides a crazy amount of stunning. If you want to carry games on your own harder, you just pick Curse with Horn Leech. Just make sure you pick Horn Leech because Pain Split is kind of bad, I would say right now. And then I personally just go double stacking with a weakness policy because this just scales very well with it. And then we go either eject button, which is still fine, or you just pop in X-Speed. Ho-Oh currently still one of the best Pokemon in the entire game. Sky Attack and Fire Spin is one build with XP Share, Resonant Guard, Focus Band, and X-Speed or Eject Button, or whatever you want to go here fully is also totally fine. You can play it like this. You can also play Flamethrower with this, and then you just replace one of these two, maybe with a Curse item, the Curse Banger, for example, or you play Ho like a damage healer with this build right here, and you just go double stacking weakness policy, which is also a absolutely disgusting build to play. You can keep the same X-Speed right here, or maybe even go Potion, but X-Speed's definitely a bit better for sure. Next up, Umbreon pretty much does everything. Umbreon you can pick whenever you want. It is a tank, it's a supporting healer, it is kind of like does all-rounder damage as well. It has Engage, it can steal shields. Umbreon does so much. It has good early game. It only needs level 4. You can still play Snarl as well if you want to. Foul Play Wish definitely I think is the best one for just running in solo queue, especially if you have no healer. If you have healing Pokemon, you can definitely go for Snarl. And then for items, you can play XP Share if you trust your teammates. And if you go Wish, you can play like maybe Attack Weight Resonant Guard, or you can play Resonant Guard and Weakness Policy, because Wish heals more based on your attack stat, right? So it's quite nice for Wish. If you just go Snarl, you can just replace it with a Focus Band or something and be totally fine. And what I like playing is this build right here. This build. But it's like, it's very, if you don't trust your teammates, but you still want to have a healer, a tank, just everything, then this build is absolutely great for you to carry rank games with, of course, 6 brown and 6 white emblems. And then I'm just putting this build in here because it's one of my favorites to play. I think it's absolutely hilarious, and it's definitely something you can consider playing. If you don't know how it works, maybe don't, but yeah, Flail, Block, Snorlax, I think is quite fun right now if you want to play something. If you like something like Outrage, Strength Knight, or Garchomp, this will fit right in. Muscle Band, Rapid Fire, Scarf, Cookie, and yeah, X-Speed. Block I feel like is so good right now as well. There's so many melees, there's so much CC, which allows you to be unstoppable in fights and just really get a lot of done with 6 brown and 6 white emblems. Otherwise, for Defender, you can play almost all of them. You can play Crustle, Blastoise is fine again, Lapras is okay, Mamoswine got nerfed, I wouldn't really recommend it maybe all too much, Slowbro is totally fine. You can play all of them, but again, I just wanted to recommend those builds. And last but not least, we have Supporter. Blissey, always just a solid pick. Soft Void with Egg Bomb, make sure you play both egg abilities though, otherwise it's quite bad. XP Share, Special Specs, and Body Barrier. If you don't want to stack, you can also go Wise Glasses, or you can also go for a Energy Amplifier instead, but otherwise I would recommend this build. This one is by far the best, with X-Speed, 7 black and 6 green emblems. Edegor is always a great choice as well, because it's also kind of like a semi-attacker Pokemon. It does a lot of damage. Point Puff, Cotton Spore, the best build, with XP Share, Muscle Band, and Resonant Guard. You can also play, if you want to do more damage, Rapid Fire Scarf with 7 red emblems, or you just play Muscle Band, Resonant Guard with 7 black and 6 green emblems instead. Hooper always just a great choice. You can just press Unite, you can make your team be at Ray, be at Objectives, Hyperspace, and Phantom Force is the best build. You can also play Trick, but kind of your allies need to know what to do with it. So if they don't, even Hyperspace Port, they kind of have to know what to do with it, but it still kind of works, doesn't matter what. XP Share, Muscle Band, and Resonant Guard. Same as Eldegoss, you can play this build with red emblems, or you play this build right here with 7 black and 6 green. And last, Mime will always be a good choice, just for a strong top or bot path Pokemon with Confusion and Barrier. You can go Spoon, Special Specs, Choice Specs, and Eject Button with a full special tag page. You can also even do this right here. This one is also good if you want to play a bit more of a supporty Mr. Mime. You can also totally play something like this right here. Or you can play something like Confusion, Barrier Powers, Barrier Confusion with XP Share, Slick Spoon, and Choice Specs. If you have someone, you think you can rely on. Otherwise, I would just go stacking. But yeah, this is also a build you can totally play. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wish you best of luck in your rank climb, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!